Elon Musk. He's once again going out of his way to defend Twitter users who peddle racism and anti-Semitism. There are two parts to this. There's why he did it and what he did, but the former being the more disgusting part. Elon Musk's X changed its privacy policy this week to ban users from publishing the real names of people behind anonymous accounts after some users appeared to unmask an anonymous cartoonist, Stone Toss, who drew anti-Semitic images. The person behind the Stone Toss online comic was the subject of a report on March 12th by the anonymous Comrades Collective, an anti-fascist research group. It said Stone Toss is the creation of a Texas man who works in IT, and it named him and his employer, as well as some documenting comments he made on podcasts and social media. This is normally where we might show you one of his cartoons as an example, but they were too offensive and we don't want to get the channel deleted. The cartoons by Stone Toss are extreme. One shows a Jewish man drinking the blood of an infant, which is a common anti-Semitic trope. Others use the deaths by suicide of transgender people as punchlines. Stone Toss put the cartoons on X, where they often attract millions of views. While we won't show you the originals, we will show you one that someone did remake and added his picture to it. There you can see that is his name and that is his picture. Since Elon has taken over Twitter, the application of rules around free speech and the use of suspensions has been inconsistent and seemingly only applied when they align with his personal views. Case in point, he suspended but then reinstated journalists, podcasters, and leftist accounts who were critical of him. Some as soon as he took over, and then some recently. Ken Klippenstein, Rob Rousseau, a handful of others were part of a recent wave of bans over the past couple months. Many of them, if not all of them, had been critical of Musk. I mean, Brett, what do you make of the defense of this cartoonist, of the suspension over people like Jared Holt, Hannah Geis, people who are extremism researchers who just talked about this, getting suspended for even mentioning this guy's name?
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
It's the lack of consistency that proves the lack of any given value, any like consistent value system. It is just, he's so petulant. Elon Musk is such a baby boy when it comes to things like this. It is very obvious that it's not about the ideas. It's just about egomania, megalomania, and this sad sense of being so insecure that as much as he criticizes the essence of much social media, he's just a consumer of it with a lot of money and is able to buy a social media company that gives him what every sad, and I fall victim to that sometimes too, what's every sad, insecure person wants, which is just likes. So everything he's doing isn't to save the world or create the marketplace of ideas. It's just so Elon Musk can have people that like him. And when you point out the inconsistencies and who he's banning and for what, and what he changes his privacy policy over, it just proves that that's the dynamic at play.
Yeah, I'm currently working through that book, Extremely Hardcore by Zoe Schiffer, about Elon's takeover of Twitter. And the recurring theme over everything that I've worked through so far is just there is no consistent ideology or thought behind any of this. They are completely at the whims of him and his mood, his ego. None of this is really consistent, and certainly none of this is about free speech. He's protecting people when it's convenient, and it plays well with the right because that's really his base now. That's it.
It's so sad, and like I didn't want to admit it, but like it really is a cesspool on Twitter. It's just become a horrible cesspool. It's not even useful anymore.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.